How's it going? This is Finbar Tao, brother to David Tao, nextlevelguitar.com. I wanted to show you some tapping techniques. These are some techniques that I love to play with. You can play around with them, practice them, take them, do whatever you want with them, because they're fun. And you could do these. These are really easy. Again, the stuff that I'm showing you, anybody can do. You can do as a beginner, intermediate, whatever. It's fun. So we're going to do a little bit more of a close-up so I can show you what I'm doing with both sets of my hands, my left hand and my right hand. Okay, so here's a close-up of my left hand and my right hand. I wanted to show you the tapping technique this way so that you can see what I'm doing, because both hands are going to be moving in unison in a lot of times. So I want you to watch both hands at once if you can.
But I noticed, Finbar, that you kind of have you do a unique thing with your right hand when you're tapping, where you hook another finger on top of your tapping finger. Can you explain, why you do that and how you do it and why?
Right. Well, what I'm doing with my right hand is I have my pointer finger and my middle finger. My middle finger is actually my tapping finger. That's what I tap with. So, and I place my index finger on top of that. And what that does, I don't know if anybody else does that. I suppose they do, but it gives me more strength and it gives me more accuracy when I'm tapping. So you could see, you could try this yourself. If you do it with one finger just like that, it's not nearly as strong. And when you're tapping, you want to hit it hard so that note really rings out. Because remember, you're not plucking now, you're just hitting with one finger, and that's going to give you your percussive sound that you're looking for. So what I do with my right hand is I loop the one finger over just like that. And it depends too. Sometimes I'll put my other finger like this and my pinky and my thumb and sometimes my other arm, and I'll move it like that. But that depends on which. If I want to play really hard, I'll just hold it all like that in a fist and I'll punch it down like that. That's my tapping technique for right there. That's when I play those hard notes like A augmented to the 52nd. I don't know if David Talbot's shown you those before yet. But anyway, yeah, so those fingers are like that. And then I also wrap my thumb around the fretboard right here. And what that does is it gives me a constant alignment of those fingers. So I always know where I am when I have my thumb up here like this. It makes it more accurate. So I always have my thumb on the top of the fretboard. Sometimes my ring finger will be laying against the bottom of the fretboard. And that makes it just like a channel, so you can move it up and down no problem, just like that. So what I'm doing in this song, but you could use this in your own songs however you want. Tap your own songs out. Basically, I'm taking my index finger of my left hand. Can you see that okay? And I'm percussively hitting that note. And the note I'm hitting...
That's kind of like a hammer-on with guitar.
That's just like a hammer-on with a bass or a guitar.
You're plucking that. You're just jamming that finger.
You know what? I'm trying to do this lesson here.
Oh,
so, okay, right. That's David Taub. He's trampling over my bass lesson.
Stealing your thunder.
He's got his guitar vernacular running all over me.
Everything's
here.
about the guitar. The problem with that.
The problem with the guitar is that it has too many strings and they're too close together.
Very good.
Yeah. So anyway, you're going to take your index finger and hammer on right like that, and that's going to give you your sound. And that's what I'm doing right there. I'm on a D note right there, which is I'm on the second string down, the A string, 5th fret. So, and I'm hitting these both in unison. So this is kind of like how you would say play the piano or something like that. It might be a little bit different if you're used to just plucking like this, having this finger down and plucking like this. It's a little bit different. So what I'm doing here is and on my right hand, I'm actually going to be tapping onto, I'm on the D string, I'm on the 14th fret right here. That's an E. So you're basically going to hit them both in unison just like this. Those two notes together give you that sort of melancholy sound that you get right there. That doesn't stay there very long because it's a little bit of a it's not a very harmonious sounding note. So what we're going to do is stay here with your left hand. You're going to stay on that 5th fret, and you're going to hammer or tap with your right hand, and you're going to slide it up just like this. Just like that. So that's the first part of that. You're going to tap and slide. And what I'm doing here real slow, can you see this okay? I'm tapping right here, and then I'm sliding up to here, sliding up 3 half steps, and then back down a half step. So it looks like this. Just like that. And what I'm doing here real slow, can you see this okay? I'm tapping right here, and then I'm sliding up to here, sliding up 3 half steps, and then back down a half step. So it looks like this. Just like that. 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 Just like And after that, go back to the left hand, and what I'm doing is I'm tapping on, or as David Taub would say, hammering on, to the 7th fret on the G string, which again, that's the octave, so that's a D as well. So when you place them all together, it looks like this. So you get 2 together, you're going to slide with your right hand, and then you're going to hammer on with your left hand again, just like that. Really slow, it looks like this. A little bit faster. And play around with that. I mean, I'm using an octave with my left hand, so you know the octave pattern. You can move that anywhere. And you're going to be hammering on with the right hand.
When you're doing that, now you're not using your right hand at all. That's all left hand technique. All fret hand technique. I'm going to zoom in close on your left hand now and just show the good people how you're playing it.
Good people! Yeah, if you're just doing octaves with your left hand, it's very simple. You can move it around wherever you want. So basically what I'm showing you folks is that you don't always have to hold onto a note with your left hand and pluck it with your right hand. You can make noise however you want on the bass. It's a very percussive instrument, just like thumping and popping. This is tapping. So again, if you back up a little bit and you can see both my hands, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that same pattern that I just showed you, that same progression, which is this. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it up 1 step. So see, that's very simple. Who can't slide it up a step?
Who can't?
You can do that, right?
Anybody.
That's no problem.
I'm
Slide
doing
it up a step. That's the first part. Now you're going to move your left hand up an octave. Just like that. So it's going to look like... Then you're going to go... Do you hear that progression? So you're going to start out with that progression I just showed you. And you're going to slide it up 1 step with your left hand, right here. So you're going to move that up 1 step. So first you start with this. And then you're going to slide it up 1 full step. Just like that. Now with your right hand, you started here on the E. Your left hand's going to move up. And that finger is going to stay right there on that note that you ended with. And you're going to do the same pattern. And do it together, it'll look like this. So then what I do is, you're doing your normal progression, which is this, which is what I just showed you. And now you're going to hammer on with your pointer finger, and then with your ring finger, and then the third tap is going to be with these 2 fingers like I showed you before, just like that. So you're going to do this, you're going to go. That's the normal progression, but then 1, 2, 3. Just like that. So this is what it looks like if you do it a little bit faster. I'm just doing that 1, 2, 3. Just like that, very simple. You'll notice when you start doing tapping that it's going to hurt your fingers a lot. So, but that's completely normal. You'll start to form a little bit of calluses and you'll be able to do it without even feeling it after a while. So you're going to tap on, do that first progression I showed you, and then 1, 2, 3, just like that.